Durham City Council, the Durham County Commissioners, and all of our residents of Durham, North Carolina, we welcome our President Biden and Secretary of Commerce, Gina Raimondo, back to North Carolina and back to the Bull City. I'd like to thank Wolfspeed for hosting us today. I'd also like to acknowledge our state, federal, and local officials, U.S. Representative Valerie Foushee, Representative Wiley Nichols, our Governor, Roy Cooper, and our County Commissioner Chair, Brenda Howard.
And as a member of the House Transportation and Infrastructure Committee and the House Science, Space, and Technology Committee, I am committed to ensuring that workers and communities across the country, including right here in North Carolina, are poised to benefit from these historic federal investments.
Not many people knew about semiconductors a few years ago. Until during the pandemic, you couldn't buy a car, you couldn't buy a washing machine, you couldn't buy a refrigerator, and that opened all of our eyes to how important it is.
So why are we doing this? Well, because we see an energy-efficient future where your electric car will travel further and will charge faster. Because we know that American-made silicon carbide will support national and economic security. And because we will continue to support this country with a smarter, faster solution to meeting green energy goals while providing good-paying jobs.
Welcome to North Carolina, President Biden, where the future of advanced manufacturing is being built. We're building things in North Carolina, Mr. President, and there is no better place to kick off your Investing in America tour than right here.
Governor Cooper, thanks for inviting me back to North Carolina. Now, see, he should know better, but he's invited me back. We've been doing this a lot. You're here on your wedding anniversary, and I just want you to know I sent flowers to your wife. I don't know about you. You better damn well be in time for that dinner. He has dinner later tonight. I'm not going to tell you the time because you may want to go to the same restaurant, but the fact is that I promise I'm not going to speak till 6:30. That's when the dinner is. Gov, thanks for being here today, but thanks for your friendship. And you have two great freshman members of Congress, Representative Valerie Foushee. Valerie, where are you sitting? There you are, Valerie. And Representative Wiley Nichols. Wiley, stand up, man. They're fighting hard for the people of North Carolina. And Secretary Gina Raimondo, former governor, is doing an incredible job as a cabinet member with me, and she is implementing the laws we've just passed, and we're making it going to change this country. And Wolfspeed CEO, Greg Lowe. Greg's over there. There you go, Greg. I was doing some photos, and a guy walked through the line and said, last time you were here for light bulbs. Have a lot more light bulbs now. Anyway, thanks for partnering with Governor Cooper on this historic investment. And this is the largest investment in manufacturing in the history of North Carolina. I've asked CEOs this question repeatedly since we began passing this legislation. When the United States invests considerable resources in new industry, does it encourage businesses to get in the game or discourage them? And the answer is universal. It encourages business to get in the game. Federal investment attracts private sector investment. It creates jobs and industries. And it demonstrates we're all in this together. And that's what today's about. We're here to talk about what we're doing to invest in America, to invest in North Carolina, and the progress we made building an economy from the middle out, the bottom up, not trickle down from the top down. That never landed on my dad's kitchen table, the trickle down piece. Progress we made creating strong, sustainable economic growth. We passed the American Rescue Plan right after I was elected, the most aggressive economic recovery package since Franklin Roosevelt. We passed the bipartisan infrastructure law, the most substantial investment since President Eisenhower's investment in infrastructure, roads, bridges, ports, airports, clean water, high-speed internet. And we passed the CHIPS and Science Act, most significant investment in manufacturing and research development in our history. We used to invest 2% of our GDP in research and development. The last 35 years, it got down to 0.7%. But America's coming back. We're determined to lead the world in the manufacturing of semiconductors. We invented semiconductors in the United States of America. The Inflation Reduction Act is the most transformational investment in our climate ever, anywhere in the world. And Wolfspeed is making an investment that will further strengthen the supply chain. The largest investment in manufacturing in North Carolina history, $5 billion they're investing. Top private sector companies have committed to hire at least 3,000 North Carolinians from a new clean job training pipeline funded by the American Rescue Plan. Wolfspeed investment alone is going to lead to 1,800 North Carolina jobs, the vast majority of which won't require a college degree. And guess what? The average pay for those non-college graduates will be $80,000 a year. Folks, this matters. Thanks to Governor Cooper's leadership putting these federal dollars to work, people are starting to feel the effects of in their everyday lives. And these investments, what they mean now. How many of you before had in small towns in North Carolina, someone goes out and gets a decent education and the son or daughter comes in, Mom, I can't stay here. There's no jobs for me. I got to leave. Well, you're going to be able to stay. You're going to be able to stay. I've said for a long time, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, if we invest in America, we can change the country's future. 30 years ago, I'll say it again, we invested 2% of our entire GDP in research and development. By the time I came to office, that was under 10%. If I'm not mistaken, it was 0.7%. We're turning that around. We're proving it's never been a good bet to bet against America. I've never been more optimistic about our country's future. We just need to remember who we are. We're the United States of America. There is nothing beyond our capacity when we act together, virtually nothing. God bless you all, and may God protect our troops. Thank you, thank you, thank you.